handshakes before the game, nothing like that.
I don't think we need any of that. We both kind of know what it is.
He's smart. That was the corporate answer. But
you know.
So what was the translation of what he was just saying?
I'm the man, and you was behind me for a reason, and I'm going to show you every time we play why they pick me before they pick you.
For the first time in over 2 decades, the Detroit Pistons are really back, and the glow-up feels unreal. This squad snapped off 12 straight wins, claimed the top seed in the East, and their young duo is out here acting like they're taking over the league right in front of everybody. Cade Cunningham is slicing up defenses with the calm poise of a seasoned star, while Jalen Duren is blasting through the paint with strength that doesn't even look real at times. Put them together and the numbers already look wild, but the film looks even crazier. Analysts are scrambling, trying to figure out how a team that everyone used to overlook suddenly turned into a problem for the whole league. And this isn't some lucky little run either. Detroit is playing with focus, confidence, and a style that hits teams in the mouth when they expect the Pistons to stay stuck at the bottom. Just 2 years back, this entire storyline would have sounded impossible. In 2023, Detroit wasn't just struggling, they were sinking. They dropped 28 straight games between late October and December, leaving fans drained and teams around the league stunned at how rough things had gotten. Then the 2024-25 season came through and flipped everything with shocking speed. Detroit jumped their win total by 30 games, something only a tiny handful of NBA teams have ever pulled off. And the wildest part, they did it with almost the exact same roster, just sharper discipline, cleaner decisions, and a mindset that refused to fold under pressure. Every young squad reaches a moment where talking doesn't mean anything anymore. That moment where they have to show they're more than a feel-good story. The shift from hot streak to real threat is what separates teams people just notice from teams that actually matter. And this season, Detroit made that leap in style. 16 games in, they're sitting at 14, their best start since the 2005-2006 season, holding the East top spot even with key rotation players missing.
This dude is a sleeper. Y'all probably don't even know who this kid is. Jalen Duren.
Jalen
in Detroit, big man, like his game. And I see what I think he will be in the league.
And once you peek at the numbers, it's clear this isn't the same old Detroit team fans were used to seeing. They're 11th in scoring, 13th in field goal percentage, and 17th in three-point shooting. Solid, not flashy. And that's exactly why they're dangerous. They win through structure, pressure, and smart basketball that drags opponents into messy, uncomfortable possessions they don't want to be in. Detroit's defense has turned into something serious. They now hold the second best defensive rating in the entire league, pinning teams to just 46% shooting. Every drive gets swallowed by a wall of blue, rotations stay locked in, and everything ends with Jalen Duren cleaning it up at the rim, looking like a real shot-blocking anchor while pushing Detroit into the top 10 in blocks. They're also 6th in defensive rebounds, shutting down second-chance opportunities before they even start. And here's another detail that says a lot. Teams average only 24.8 assists against Detroit, 5th lowest in the league, which means opponents can't run clean sets. They keep getting pushed into tough isolations and rush shots as the clock melts away. Even the weak spots somehow fit the story. Detroit sits 23rd in turnovers and 25th in opponent three-point percentage, numbers that usually drag a team straight to the bottom, but somehow they keep grinding through games and breaking teams down anyway. Put everything together: steady offense, locked-in defense, strong rebounding, smart shot selection, and a slow physical tempo, and the picture becomes clear. For the first time in 20 years, Detroit isn't just making noise. They look like a real contender, and at the center of everything is Cade Cunningham, quietly sliding into top 5 territory, while shifting the entire direction of the franchise. When Detroit drafted him first overall in 2021, they believed he could lead the next era, but 2 seasons later, that plan looked crushed. Detroit had lost 28 straight games, and the team turned into an easy punchline around the league. Still, the same player and the same organization climbed out of that mess and rebuilt their name one win at a time. In a moment when most young stars would have been scanning the league for a fresh start, Cade locked in even harder. He didn't point fingers, didn't complain about the roster, and didn't start eyeing another franchise. He trusted the direction, stayed committed, and kept working. Last season, he dragged Detroit back into the playoffs for the first time since 2019, while averaging 26.1 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 9.1 assists. Now in year 5, he's playing like something completely different. Cade is dropping 27.3 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 9.9 assists, all career highs, and his latest stretch shut down every last doubt. He delivered a 46-point triple-double in an overtime win against Washington. Then after missing 3 games with an injury, he returned and put up 25 points and 10 assists while helping Detroit secure its 11th straight win. That same night, he became the first Piston ever to record at least 25 points and 10 assists in 5 straight games. Going from the #1 pick during Detroit's darkest era to the engine behind a massive franchise turnaround is a storyline nobody saw coming. Cunningham's game is all about control, skill, and timing. One moment he slides past defenders and finishes soft at the rim. The next he drops a smooth step-back 3. Then he cuts through traffic with a clean pass to the corner. His mix of patience and creativity is rare, and that's why he keeps showing up near the top of almost every major stat list. This season, Cade Cunningham is running Detroit's offense at a level only a few players in the league can match. He leads all guards in assists per game and sits second in the entire NBA, right behind Nikola Jokic. He's also third in fast break scoring behind Giannis Antetokounmpo and Tyrese Maxey, and he's third in drives per game with 17.1 a night, trailing only Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. Cade ranks top 5 in total passes and creates 24.9 points per game off his assists, putting him third in the league in that category. He's also top 5 in distance covered each night, showing just how much weight he carries for this team. In a league full of explosive athletes, he stands out because of his mind, the timing, patience, and awareness, letting him control the tempo like he's one step ahead of everybody no matter how much pressure defenders throw his way. Bumping him, chasing him over screens, flying at him on closeouts, no matter what defenders throw at him, Cade finds his answer. When he attacks downhill, he moves with this calm strength that almost looks unfair. He absorbs contact, keeps his balance, and forces defenders into impossible choices. His footwork stays sharp and controlled, and every step back or spin looks like something he planned 2 moves earlier. With the way he's lifting Detroit, he's building a real case as a top 5 player this season. But Cade isn't just running the offense. He takes pride in guarding too, which isn't something you always see from a star carrying this much responsibility. And the biggest jump he's made this year is how he shuts down games late. He leads the entire league in fourth quarter scoring at 11.2 points per night and already has 123 total fourth quarter points. When games tighten up, he steps into a whole different mode. His performance against the Hawks showed it clearly. He went into the third quarter with 10 points and 8 assists, steady and in control. Then in the fourth, he flipped the switch, dropped 9 huge points, and hit 2 cold-blooded shots in the final 90 seconds to seal a 120-112 win. Detroit kept feeding him the ball, trusting him possession after possession, and he stayed composed every time. Teams have tried everything on him. Doubles, traps, switches, even full court pressure. But once he settles into his rhythm, he's almost impossible to disrupt. Right now, he's shaping himself into a true franchise-changing star and building a real case as one of the league's top 3 guards this season. Detroit hasn't seen this level of command since Isaiah Thomas controlled the floor, and Cade Cunningham is bringing that same energy back with calm leadership and real competitive edge. He's more than a young star. He's the foundation of Detroit's entire future, and like every elite floor general, he's built chemistry with the perfect partner. Jalen Duren has stepped into his role and reshaped Detroit's identity in a massive way. Calling this a breakout doesn't even feel big enough. His presence alone is forcing teams to change how they defend the Pistons. It's still early to officially label him one of the most dominant big men in the league, but the energy he's giving this season has him heading straight down that path. When people talk about the top paint anchors, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Duren isn't in that circle yet, but the way he's playing shows he's getting closer every single week. Strong interior players control possessions even in traffic, and Duren has been doing that non-stop. He's averaging 20.6 points, 11.9 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 1.1 steals, and 1.1 blocks in just 29 minutes while shooting an insane 67.4% from the field. Last year, he put up 11.8 and 10.3, solid numbers, but now he's dropping big-time double-doubles like it's nothing. His improvement has been so consistent that his production almost feels normal, even though what he's doing is anything but normal. He's putting up all-star numbers, locking down the paint, and protecting the rim with real strength and confidence. For Detroit, he's not just some role player. He's the power source behind this whole rise. the engine pushing this team forward with real force. Duren isn't just playing strong basketball, he's taking control of entire games and owning the paint like it's his personal space. He's winning the inside battle, pushing defenders out of the way, and punishing every late rotation with real power. At just 22, he's become a straight-up problem near the rim, grabbing extra rebounds, finishing through contact, and using that solid frame to challenge anybody who steps into the paint. His November run proves exactly how serious he's become. He dropped 30 or more in 3 different games and scored at least 20 in 6 of them. Even after a short ankle setback, he came back firing, putting up 31 and 15 on the Pacers, then 24 and 8 on the Hawks like it was nothing. Right now, Duren is mastering the roll man role at a high level. He's near the top of the league in points per possession, running about 3 role plays a night and converting them at around 1.46 points per possession. And he didn't need to reinvent himself to get here. He just polished the things that already worked. He's rolling harder, catching lobs clean, sealing defenders tight, and turning offensive rebounds into easy buckets. That simple, direct, powerful style is giving him steady nightly numbers around 20 and 12, and at this point there's no argument left. He's Detroit's second star. What makes his jump even stronger is that his defense finally caught up. For the first time, Detroit is better defensively with him on the floor. Opponents shoot only 58% at the rim against him, putting him close to some of the toughest interior defenders in the league. He's averaging over a block and a steal, staying patient while still bringing real energy in real matchups. He's too strong to bully, too quick to lose, and too confident to shake. This year, Duren has leaned completely into his physical gifts. He's using his size with purpose, setting strong screens, sealing off rebounds, and trusting his reads on both ends. All that old talk about him being too passive is long gone now. He plays with sharp focus and real attitude, the type of big who shifts the whole vibe of a game the moment he checks in. Put everything together, and it's clear Jalen Duren is headed straight toward his first All-Star spot, and if he keeps producing like this, an All-NBA nod and a max contract won't be far behind. He's realizing how much control he has in the paint, and that shift is becoming a serious problem for every team trying to slow him down. Detroit's rise into real contender territory is built on a physical style that sets the tone every single night, and at the heart of it is the connection between Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Their pick and roll has become the heartbeat of the whole offense, with Cade reading the floor with calm control and Duren exploding to the rim with pure force, forming one of the toughest duos in the league to guard. No team is finishing above the rim like Detroit right now. They lead the entire league in dunks, and Duren is the one driving that, putting up 20.6 points a night while turning the paint into his own stage. And only Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Zion Williamson, and DeAndre Ayton are scoring more in the paint right now. As a roll man, Duren has turned into a tough matchup, strong, quick, and totally comfortable finishing through contact. What's pushed him forward this season is his spacing and timing. He knows exactly when to seal, when to dive, and how to open clean lanes for Cade. That chemistry has grown into Detroit's biggest weapon. Cade's lobs and Duren's finishes look automatic at this point. They already have more than 25 assisted dunks, the most of any duo in the league. And they've only played around a dozen games together this season. Duren's leap has boosted Cade too, bumping him to a career-best 11.7 points per game as a pick-and-roll ball handler. But their impact goes way deeper than scoring. Their rhythm forces defenses to collapse, which opens clean threes for the rest of the squad. When Cade and Duren share the floor, Detroit hits around 38% from deep. And the crazy part, the offense still has room to grow. Once playoff basketball slows everything down, this duo is going to be a serious problem for whoever ends up standing across from them. Detroit's whole style is built for postseason fights. Slow, physical, disciplined in tight moments. Cade stays calm and steady, breaks down defenses piece by piece, stays patient through traps, and handles late clock pressure like he's built for it. Duren fits right beside him, setting heavy screens, rolling hard, and finishing everything around the rim. Their two-man game isn't flashy, it's direct, clean, and reliable, which makes it even tougher to stop, and their defense ties the whole identity together. Detroit fights through screens, pressures ball handlers, and forces opponents into uncomfortable contested shots. Nothing comes easy against this team, and the supporting cast fits the blueprint perfectly. Ozzer Thompson brings wild energy every time he checks in. Jaden Ivey attacks with speed. Duncan Robinson keeps the floor spaced, and veterans like Karis LeVert and Tobias Harris add steady buckets and real leadership. After years of searching, the roster finally matches the identity. Detroit has completely flipped the script. They're one of the hottest teams in the league, playing with a confidence the city hasn't felt since the championship era. Cade, Cunningham, and Jalen Duren have officially arrived, and the scary part is they're only getting started. So what do you think about this Pistons comeback story? Is this the beginning of a new Detroit dynasty, or just a wild hot streak? And how far do you think Cade and Duren can take this squad now that the whole league is watching? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and let me know. I always appreciate everyone who sticks around, watches, and shares their takes. Thank you for riding through this story with me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Ball Scope. There's plenty more heat on the channel, so check out another video when you're ready. Catch you in the next one. Peace.